How's it going, YWC? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews, bringing you a late Impact Wrestling review. And my thoughts on the show, solid. But up until the end, that's when the real shot of adrenaline, the shot of excitement that Impact Wrestling so desperately needed. And to be honest, it was, what's the word I'm looking for? It was unique in the way that it happened. I haven't seen it in another wrestling promotion the way it was done. Maybe a long time ago, but since it's been so long or whatever, it was a shocking moment to say the least, and the way everything unfolded in the main event. So, first match, Matt Sydal. He's the he's the grandest champion of them all. He's facing Falaba, and he had cut a promo backstage talking about how he's changed the rules of the Grand Championship. Now he's putting the Grand Championship in his own hands. No more judges, no more rounds. It's basically a mid-card belt, basically the television title, the Legend Championship. It's back to being on that same status. It's a good move because, for one, they didn't have the right people in that particular division to really set out. They didn't really have the MMA guys. It was basically just wrestling with the rounds. It had, in theory, it could have been great if they would have did it a little bit more. What's the word? A little bit more better. They would have did it better instead of just, hey, you win this one round, you win this round, and then the guy who wins the third round. They would have just went like, sometimes the guy's just dominant. He wins 2 rounds, no third round. They would have did something like that. Yeah, it would have maybe brought the excitement for this match. And plus, not being on the pay-per-views and not being on television, not having a good storyline. Well, it started out with good storylines like with Goddard's and Damian Sandow. Forgot his name in TNA. But it started out with good storylines, but it kind of got weaker as it went on. Moose tried what he could to elevate the status of this belt, and damn, he tried the hell out of it. And I think they missed a huge opportunity by not having Moose Lashley at Slammiversary for the Impact, the Grand Championship, but whatever. So that goes all around to Matt Sydal versus Falaba. Solid match. Matt Sydal, one of the greatest cruiserweights, high flyers, whatever you want to call him in the business today. The match ends with Falaba trying to go for like a Vader butt splash or whatever in the corner. And props to Matt Sydal, because as I'm watching this match, I'm thinking to myself, wow, Falaba is going to beat this guy because he's coming down and Matt Sydal moves his head with this much space between ass and face. And I'm like, if he would have waited a split second, or just anything could happen, it would have been straight butt to face, like one of the worst spots I think you will ever see on television. But Matt Sydal, being as limber as he is, gets up and avoids the butt, and then he hits the shooting star press, or as Josh Matthews calls it. I guess this is the name of the finisher, the picture perfect shooting star press, which is I guess putting a fancy title on it, which everybody needs that, and that's the job of the commentator, to put in case somebody doesn't have a good name for their finisher, to add their own pizzazz. Picture perfect shooting star press. It just rolls off the tongue. Then you have the debuting Kiera Hogan versus the women's champion Laurel Van Ness, and Laurel Van Ness completely destroyed Kiera Hogan for 98% of this match. Kiera Hogan got a tiny bit of offense in, and as Laurel Van Ness is basically keying up for the victory, she's just gotten finished hitting the curb stomp, and she's going for the unprettier. I don't know how we go from unpretty, like curve stump to the curve stump should always be the finisher. It should always be that. Anyway, she goes for the unprettier. Allie comes out, and Allie's fucking hot. Like, god damn. Brandon Sutter is a lucky motherfucker. She goes for. Allie comes out, distracts Laurel. Kiera Hogan rolls up the champion for a 1-2-3. And for next week, it's going to be a rematch. Kiera Hogan versus Laurel for the Impact title. And hopefully in this rematch, for the sake of the future of the Knockouts division, we get more offense and, more of a sense of who Kiera Hogan is. Then you have a backstage thing with one of my favorite tag teams in Impact, and I hope they get behind this tag team slash faction. The Cult of Trevor. Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious. So, if you don't know what the Cult of Trevor is, Trevor Lee, he has his disciples. I don't know where Andrew Everett was, but I don't know where he was. But Caleb Conley is looking up to Trevor Lee. He's dressed like him, acting like him, and they're both wearing the Hawaiian shorts and the Hawaiian shirt and the little shorts. And basically, Trevor Lee says, "Look, I don't have the Esmond title anymore, but I have big plans for not only me, but you as well. Impact Wrestling. Look, I know we're trying to get the Latino view and everything, and respect to all Latinos, but LAX, your time is gone. Please allow, even if it's not like in the near future, at the next pay-per-view, the Cult of Lee needs to become tag team champions. This is a great gimmick. Don't stifle this gimmick by having them lose, not win a championship, not have mic time. You have to pull the trigger. This is organic. This is fresh. This is funny. It has brutality. Both of these guys have really good in-ring stuff. Do not halt the Cult of Trevor. It would be insanity to do that. And then you have Lashley versus KM. And God, where the fuck was this KM at? Like, in this match, which you would think Lashley would just, typically just run over KM, because KM, in all intents and purposes, is a fucking jobber. You shouldn't be taking KM serious, but in true Impact Wrestling form, they have KM kind of have a decent match. I said it incorrectly. They have KM wrestle a good match with Lashley, and it makes you say, hey, this KM guy, he's not that bad. And also, Lashley's leaving. Lashley not only put over Moose, which Moose didn't really need it because Moose is already over. He, in a way, puts over KM. So if Lashley leaves, which we all know he has, it makes KM look like, hey, this guy that's, looks like Big Busick, he's not that much of a joke. In fact, he could probably hurt you. And he has a lot of athleticism to back it up. And then the end of the match comes with, I think, what was KM trying to go for? I think like some kind of fireman's carry thing. Lashley gets out, pushes him toward the ropes, and hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. Lashley wins. You have a promo for Brian Cage. He's not a man. He's a machine. How Impact didn't pull the trigger on this guy. And I know a lot of people are going to say, obviously now, he's going to be in the world title picture and all that. And deservedly so. But I really do wish years ago, like years back, Impact would have signed this guy and put him in the S division. Oh, he's too big for the S division. S division has no limits. And if you've seen Brian Cage's moveset, he's a heavyweight that wrestles like a cruiserweight, but he also has the power to back it up. And in my personal opinion, that would have been something that the X Division at that time, and even still to this day, they need a guy that can keep up with the X Division guys, the cruiserweights, in that way, but also have that power and that distinct look that makes him stand out. That's why I was so happy that Mike Bennett won the X Division championship. Look, Mike Bennett, no cruiserweight, not really, average wrestler, but he had a personality. He stood out. He was funny as the champion, even if it was in a whatever kind of way, disrespectful kind of way. Uh, I think like that's something the X Division needs at this time. They need a standout star. No disrespect to Ishimori, great wrestler, but we in the X Division we need unique characters, even if they're cruiserweight, top guy. You need something to stand out, and you need also storylines, but also whatever. Then you have the OB LAX coming out talking about they won their championships back, and what was it? Yeah, they won their championship back. And they had the barbed wire massacre, which was a above average match. It wasn't, to me, in my opinion, it wasn't deserving of the too brutal for television moniker. I've seen way worse and way bloodier. That really didn't even have any blood in it. So OBE comes out and they're like, look, we need to stop. We're going to kill each other, blah, 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 blah. We hate you guys, but we respect you. And look, at this time, we got bigger fish to fry. And what do they mean by that? Who knows? I mean, Impact does have connection. I mean, global connections with other promotions. So who's to say Callahan isn't going for the G8C heavyweight championship, and the other OVE members are going for tag team championship, gold, and whatever. I mean, I hope they aren't just speaking like Impact Wrestling. We got bigger fish to fry going for the heavyweight championship, which Sami Callahan versus the new heavyweight champion. I can see that, and OVE helping him. Whatever. Then you have Congo Kong and Jimmy Jacobs talking to Joseph Park. They're saying, look, what Jimmy Jacobs, he's like, look, we didn't mean to hurt Chandler, but I want my monster versus Joseph Park, and I'm gonna get that because I'm a princess, and I already know the IWC. Oh, he said he's a princess. What's going on here in Impact Wrestling? Men aren't men, blah blah. Don't even start that. Jimmy Jacobs, one of the most brutal, sick wrestlers ever. Yes, the man is called the Zombie Princess, the princess. Do not let that fool you. This man can get hardcore in an instant. This man will bring the blood, the brutality. So hopefully you guys weren't tripped by that, but I know Jimmy Jacobs. Once they let Jimmy Jacobs get in this ring and start being himself wrestling and backing that with the wonderful promos that he cuts, that's another guy that should be in the S Division. That's a guy that's going to raise the level of the S Division. Then you have Moose and Impact versus Patron and EC3. Okay match, whatever for a tag team match or whatever. Moose hits the game changer clothesline, Okada clothesline on Alberto Del Rio, Patron, whatever. Whatever. And then, it's the shot of adrenaline. It's what the wrestling world needs. Excitement. And yes, I know this was spoiled because of spoilers and all that. But damn, if this moment wasn't fun, if this would have been a live show, this would have taken the wrestling world by an even bigger storm. So Eli Drake and Chris Adonis are out there, and they're doing a fast of light. Adonis is doing all this stuff with Eli Drake and whatever. Eli Drake takes the mic and he's like, I'm the greatest champion, the greatest friend, blah, blah, blah. And out comes Austin Aries. Austin Aries, man, this guy's a star. I know a lot of people, he's too small. He runs the wrong way or whatever. He's a star. He wrestles good in the ring. Great in the ring. He's greatness on the mic. He has aura. He has the three things that you need to be a star in the business. Now, I don't even want to talk about the WWE stuff, the way they screwed the pooch, or the way that people are like, he went to WWE, he's never come out of Impact. Impact lost one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I'm not going to talk about that because it's the wrestling business. People can go somewhere, come back, stay there. They're independent contractors. You've said that before. No need to get into it now. But Austin Aries, man's a star. And him on the mic is just every word has impact, meaning he says that he's a former champion. Here, there, he's been collecting championship. He throws a little thing at Eli Drake saying that while you've been running your mouth and buying thrift store scars, I've been going around the world collecting championships, and until you beat me, you're not the greatest champion that ever lived or whatever. Then Eli Drake grabs the mic, and this was like Jedi Masters on the mic, just battling. Eli Drake says, you want to come out here and ruin my party, blah, 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 blah. The last time I checked, the best work you ever done is behind a desk. And, behind the desk. I can't stop. I'm the ultimate Kavorka. I can't stop being great. I can't stop being the champion. Eli Drake. That's another star that Impact has. And yes, I know. His title reign has been lackluster. And that's not really the fault of Eli Drake. Eli Drake, mic skills, in-ring action. I don't know, like, it's like almost like they put him in there, like a team had a plan for Eli Drake. But then things got changed. Got a puppy. Things got changed, and they didn't know what to do with Eli Drake. Look, like, they took their plan. Now we got to write up a new plan for Eli Drake, and we don't know what to do. So Austin Aries, he's like, I want to fight you for the championship. Eli Drake says no. He leaves the ring. Chris Adonis hits A double in the back of the head with the belt. Eli Drake says, look, I'll accept your challenge now. And they have a match. And I'm thinking to myself, really? I was wondering by the pictures, like, how did AW win the championship in his street clothes? Like, was he just holding up the belt after he won it in a match? And the way they did it was the fact that they have the match after Austin Aries has the issue the challenger, whatever, the sneak attack, and they're still in the street clothes, which made it a little bit more unique. So Eli Drake, he calls out the referee, goes for the pin, and Austin Aries kicks out. Austin Aries gets up. He avoids Eli Drake in the corner. Eli Drake goes into the ring post. Austin Aries hits the roaring elbow on Adonis. He goes in for the running drop kick, corner to corner drop kick on Eli, then sets him up for the Braid Buster. And 1, 2, 3, Austin Aries, first appearance back in Impact. He's now a 2-time Impact TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and that's excitement. That's fresh. That's new. That's something you might. I don't think you've seen that before in a lot of like mainstream wrestling promotions. So that was good. And but what the hell are you doing, bro? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Rat dog. Rat dog. Rat dog. Rat dog. Rat dog. But speaking of Eli Drake, he was talking about I'm the greatest champion now. And prior to him losing the championship, let's really think about that idea. Yes, Eli Drake's championship run has been lackluster, like I said, but is that really his fault, though? I mean, that's booking and everything like that compared to other champions. Brock Lesnar, obviously, he's a better champion than Brock Lesnar. Oh, Brock Lesnar has this. He's a forehead. Look, his schedule or his time there doesn't matter. I don't even want to say that because Brock Lesnar. Let's just leave it at that. I was gonna make this roundabout comment, but I'm freestyling as always, and I can't really make a concise point on Eli Drake being the best champion. I don't have to see who all the. I think it's Brock, AJ. That's quite a jump, bro. Brock, AJ, Dalton Castle, Okada. I might do a video on that separately. And even, you know, I'm thinking about it, Eli Drake, although very good on the mic and everything. If I had to rate them just off the top of my head, number one, obviously AJ Styles. Number two, I say Dalton Castle. Nah, because he hasn't had any title defenses, so you can't really do that. Let's see, AJ. Let's say Brock. No, he's not there. I hate fucking part timers. I don't know who champion in Lucha Underground is. Wow. Does AJ Styles stand alone as the best wrestling champion now? God damn, that's very tough. What about Okada? Okada, I've never gotten Okada. Okada to me is very boring. He's a great wrestler, but he's very boring, very genetic, no charisma. Like zero. Okada has zero charisma. I think I just leave it at that. AJ Styles stands alone as the best champion in all of professional wrestling at this time. Yeah. Okay. Austin Aries, I hope they get really behind his championship run, and I know AW isn't going to let what happened in the E having an impact and everything like that. What are you doing with that shoe, bro? Anyway, I'm gonna get you guys later. Peace out.